Here's the rest of the crew. Landon, Stephanie, McKay, Penny, and Ashton. All right, you guys, we have been talking about this in the last couple of videos. We just feel like we have not gotten the chance to get around to it. Well, today is the day. Now is the time. We are putting up our tree. So here we go.
Sure.
Yeah? Got it? Yep. Okay, put your big arms around it.
Good job, Land.
There you go.
Dad, you're carrying a big piece there. I'm teasing you.
Got it?
Got it.
Oh.
Okay.
Not too bad.
Hey, we're gonna take one.
Here, both arms underneath. Got it?
Oh my
You got it?
gosh. Anyway, we have all hope.
Brothers to the rescue. This is our version of cutting down trees. Okay, you guys, so I wanted to point out something here because it's kind of an important feature of this tree. It is so tall that it actually has anchors right here. So I actually have to anchor it from the tree into the wall, both here and then one that actually goes over there as well, because it sits so tall that its natural tendency is to sway a little bit and it could possibly tip over. So the base is pretty wide, but yeah, there's two anchors here that were built in that just screw right into the wall. Now you guys may be noticing here the tree is not very proportionally lit. I mean, I'm lit, Lindsay's lit,
You're so lit.
the twins Turn and Ava are lit, but the tree is not proportionally lit right now. And so it looks like during storage, bulbs got popped, something happened, who knows. We're gonna have to probably add a handful of lights to kind of fill it out a little bit. But hey, that's just part of decorating a tree.
So when I was a kid, we would take turns putting the star on the top of the tree, and we got so excited when it was our turn. So I thought we would do that with our kids. We would have them take turns getting to put the star at the top. And we spent so much time today figuring out whose turn it was. And then we realized that the reason we couldn't remember whose turn it was is because it's way too tall. It's totally not safe to have anybody putting the star on the top. So Justin does it every year. That's okay, we all just watch him. Tree is up, stockings are up, the nativity set is up, garlands are up. We are putting up the Christmas train. Mama and Papa gave us this. Justin grew up with a train underneath his tree, and I love this. There's nothing like little boys in a train. Talking about you, Jet. Nothing like you, little boy, in a train. Okay, tonight we are doing a special project that our family has been doing for many years now. It's something that's very, very dear to our hearts, a part of our story that we haven't talked a lot about yet with all of you. So it is called the Sharing Hope Foundation, and it is a program where at Christmas time, there are bags of hope that are put together for women who need a little bit of extra upliftment, that need some courage, some hope, that are going through something difficult during the Christmas season. It is something that I received almost 9 years ago when I was on bed rest with my twins. So going backwards, when I was pregnant with the twins, my water broke when I was 28 weeks along. It was completely unexpected. Justin was actually out of town. He was at a football game with a friend in New Mexico, and I was with the rest of the extended his Bingham family. We were downtown in Salt Lake City doing a service project that we usually do, and my water broke in downtown Salt Lake City completely unexpectedly. It was really scary. I couldn't even wrap my head around it. It was something I wasn't expecting at all. I was really nervous. I was really worried. There were so many unknowns. I knew it was way too early for my babies to be born. I think it was December 18th, so it was really close to Christmas time. Anyway, I was admitted to the hospital, and I actually stayed there for an entire month. Justin came home, he got the next flight home the next morning because we didn't know if they were gonna be born that night. By some miracle, they stayed in there for another month. It was going against all odds for them to stay in there that long. All the statistics would have told you that they should have been born in a week and the chances with twins would be even sooner. By some miracle, they stayed in there, but it was a really difficult time just because there were so many risks. There were so many what ifs. There were so many, you know, risks for me, risks for the babies. I had to live at the hospital for an entire month, 45 minutes away from Justin and little Turin, who was still 2.5 years old, during the Christmas season, and it was a really, really difficult time. And I remember having a hard time just wrapping my head around it, wondering why all of this was happening. It was kind of the beginning of what we didn't realize was gonna be a long road for us. But I remember one night, somebody coming in and saying, I have somebody that I want you to meet. And I'm thinking, that was one of the nurses that said that to me, and I'm thinking, who would it be? You know, that's kind of weird. So anyway, this woman came into my room. Her name was Lisa, and she brought me this bag of hope. It had a necklace in it that said, I can, and it had all these different things. And there was a little tag on there that said, you can do this, trust us. And it was coming from Lisa, who herself had been on bed rest with a high-risk pregnancy during Christmas time and was now trying to bring, you know, courage and hope to these other moms going through hard things. And it just made my entire experience there. I remember it completely changed my heart. It just gave me so much hope and courage and faith, and I felt so grateful for that experience. Fast forward, the next Christmas season, I just felt so strongly that I wanted to be part of that I wanted to pay it forward, and I wanted to be part of doing this for others. And so I went out, you know, kind of searching for her on Facebook, and I came upon her blog, and I started reading it, and tears just started flooding as I read this story. So she tells the story on her blog about the year before, how she had all of these bags for all these different hospitals, and one of those was St. Mark's Hospital. That's the hospital that I was staying at. And that she had made phone call after phone call and couldn't get anybody to respond to her voicemails. I don't know, she felt like maybe she was being too persistent, and so she just decided to take the bags to another hospital. Well, as soon as she did that, a couple days later, she got a phone call back from St. Mark's saying, hey, thank you so much. We would love to have your bags. This is how many moms we have on bed rest right now. So she just politely said, okay, great, I'll be there tomorrow, and hung up the phone and didn't have any bags left because she'd given them all away. So she quickly ran to the store and filled a couple of bags and then a basket because she didn't have any more sewn bags. And when she got to the hospital to deliver the bags, the nurse said, there's somebody that I want you to meet, and she brought her in to meet me. And she said, I get kind of emotional when I think about it, because she said that had she given the bags, had the people called her back when she had originally called, she would have brought the bags early in December, and then they would have all been given away, and I never would have received one, and that she felt like she was supposed to meet me, and I felt like I was supposed to meet her. And I just think that those experiences are not coincidental. And that things always work out how they're supposed to. You know, fast forward to when my twins were a year and I was looking for her. She said that she was trying to expand and to do more and more hospitals. She kept getting more hospitals that wanted bags, and she wasn't sure how she was going to fulfill all of the needs for all of the hospitals. And that's when I messaged her and told her that my extended family wanted to fill 25 bags. And so it was kind of an answer to her prayer at that time. So anyway, the whole experience has just been incredible for me. So this is what a hope bag looks like. Like I said, it's the Sharing Hope Foundation. And there's a tag on the very front that says, you can do this, trust us. From friends who hope this small gift lifts your spirits, we wish you peace and comfort during this difficult time. So it's coming from women who have been there, who, you know, other women who have been on bed rest with high-risk pregnancies. So it comes with a necklace that says, I can. It's hand stamped. These bags are handmade, so they sew these bags. They sew hundreds of these every single year. I remember one year in Arizona, my sisters and my mom got together with a bunch of people and sewed some of these bags. And then also Justin's family, for Thanksgiving many years in a row, we've all collected items and put these bags together. So I've had all sorts of loved ones support me in making these hope bags. That's been such a neat experience to do that with everyone. It has a picture frame with some inspirational quotes saying, you never know how strong you are until strong is the only choice you have. Thank you cards, a gratitude journal, socks, lotions, caramels, a book. I love delivering these. We always deliver these to the hospitals nearby us. So one other thing I just want to share a couple of pictures with you is I actually spent Christmas in the hospital. I was there from December 18th to January 17th, and Justin and Turin had a sleepover with me on Christmas Eve. Santa came to the hospital. We spent Christmas morning in my hospital room. So we're gonna share some of those pictures with you of that crazy part of our journey. Okay, our very first stop is the American Fork Hospital, which is actually where Ava and Turin were both born. It is a big hospital, so we have a lot of bags for them.
All right guys, so we had to split up cars with Stephanie and McKay because our car is entirely packed full of these Hope bags. And we've got 4 hospitals to go to.
Orange is actually here delivering Hope bags. I don't know if they talked to you upstairs. Okay, awesome, thank you. Okay, we just dropped off 8 boxes to the American Fork Hospital. We dropped it off to the postpartum floor. We told her that they are for women who are on bed rest in the hospital, but they are also for women who could be sent home on bed rest, for women that have a baby that comes unexpectedly early, a baby that comes with complications, a woman who goes through a traumatic birth. Basically anybody who is here pregnant or giving birth during the holidays that could use some upliftment, that could use some hope, some courage, some faith, because it can be really, really difficult. So we deliver to 4 different hospitals in our county, so we're gonna head to hospital number 2 now. All right guys, hospital number 2 on the list tonight is Timpanogos. We are slowly clearing out the back of the car here. Luckily we have Stephanie and McKay with us, so Ash and Landon are with them. Turin and Ava with us because this backseat is full of hope. This is actually the hospital where I had maternal fetal medicine appointments because I was high risk with my twins, and visited the doctors here, and this is actually where I was supposed to deliver before I broke my water in Salt Lake City. Here's the rest of the crew. Landon, Stephanie, McKay, Penny, and Ashton. All right guys, we just got back from delivering the Hope bags. Honestly, a big shout out to Lindsay. She's been doing this for 7 years in a row now. It is honestly super cool that she gets the whole family out every year, and we go deliver these around Christmas time. It's a great opportunity for the kids to go out and just do a little Christmas service project. But we are back home, and we wanted to show you the finished product of the tree.
If you guys have not liked this video, like it down below.
Turn on your notification bell.
Subscribe down below. See you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.